Do you remember the tracks from your first ever?
Absolutely.
Wow.
I have the exact playlist of what I played at Blue Frog in Bombay, which was my first ever gig. And after that, my first ever gig in Delhi as well. First two gigs in Delhi. So I have a playlist, and one of them, it's still called Social DC Playlist, which is Social Defense Colony Playlist.
Oh,
And that has
that just sounds
it's
so nostalgic in
yeah,
a strange
it's
way.
I still have Social DC playlist, and
That
I
is so
often go
cool.
back into it. In fact, it is more than relevant for me today because I'm literally back to where I started. And it's crazy. It's like it's gone full circle, and I've come back to that playlist saying, "This is perfect. This is going to still make people's backsides move and shake. Like their tushes are gonna be like, yay!" So, and then I think most importantly is your tech has to be up to once you've kind of made your playlist, you've gone into all these folders. You got to ensure your tech is good. So there are a lot of parameters on your CDJs or on your equipment that you can specifically set to your likes.
Right.
So you can save that, and the technology is so great. It like reads everything. It can be connected. You can play one pen drive on 4 CDJs. And last but not least is I think reading the room.
Hmm.
Yeah, you just like you have to learn to read the room. Like you can't go to you can do whatever you want. Ideally, I would
Right.
highly suggest not to go just by what you've created. Because if you've come with a pre-planned set, it does seem a bit obvious. It can seem a bit obvious. And the room might completely change. The crowd might be like, I'm on this level right now. So, like, feeling that crowd's energy, kind of dropping one track, seeing their reaction, understanding that, making peace with that, and moving on is so important. So, reading the room is very important. You can't be hammering out 145 BPM, which I did recently, 143 rather, 145 BPM to a room which has come to enjoy, like a nice sundowner vibe.
Hmm.
It does not work.
Right.
And then I also have playlists that go according to like uh, moods.
Mm-hmm.
So they're literally called when I'm feeling this, how
Oh.
I feel today. But I remember how I was feeling then when I made the playlist. So yeah, it's a mix and match of everything, and there is clearly some method to my madness.
So, with all of that, for me, I just feel your music is so non stencilized and it's such a beautiful mix and amalgamation of just everything all your experiences, the different genres. I love that. So, going from social DC to AAA, I keep hearing it everywhere. What is A?
Triple A. It's Avantika and Amigos.
Okay.
And this actually got incepted. And of course, AAA is like just a little play on, at how at every gig, people want a AAA pass.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an all access area.
Right.
And we kind of played on both Avantika and Amigos and AAA. Avantika and Amigos got incepted with a pure, like, I want to say burner mindset, which was that I want to bring together people who are good at what they do in a space where we get to exercise what we're good at, right?
Right.
And we're going to be traveling around not just India, but obviously starting in India because, this is our there you go, proud Indians.
Right. You start from home.
Yeah, you're going to start from home, and we'll be traveling around different cities, creating experiences. And we're not just throwing the word experience around, by the
Right.
way. Like, we were dead serious. As you know, I've been a thematic person my whole life. So these are going to be carefully thought through, consciously thought through. We do want people to come there feeling like they can have zero inhibitions and let themselves loose and, express themselves the way they want to and not be judged. And we got access to a place called Savoy Sweets
Mhm.
in Manesar. It's a little in outskirts of Gurgaon, and it's under the brand Ascot Hospitality.
Okay.
And there's a large chunk of that space that was not being utilized. It's almost like a construction site which has a warehouse feel.
Mhm.
And I ideally looked at that and I said, this is perfect, And that's exactly what we tried to do with Avantika and Amigos. We called it the Diwali dance mix. It's actually on YouTube. You
I
should check it
saw that.
out.
I did.
And that is essentially, we consciously decided to create something that was so unique and personal So the venue partners came together. We got lighting designers, we got videographers. A videographer got a friend to help, and this was all done as these are not. This is a non-paid. This was out of sheer love of doing what we love.
Right.
And I wanted to really bring together and create a community of like-minded people who just love music, love to dance, love to like make people have good experiences, and they do it with love.
Yeah.
They do it with like no real expectation that I this is going to be monetary, and it might eventually, who knows, right? But in that moment it got incepted with the love of just doing something. That dance mix came out really well, and it was so fun because we did everything on our own. We were literally lifting things, putting them together, and not typical India where you have a guy to do everything.
Right.
Of course, you have vendors who come and leave things, but we wanted to execute it the way we wanted to and not have someone do something for us. So AAA got in, Avantika and Amigos got incepted there, and of late we've taken that and tried to conceptualize it into something more that can travel around India, right? So we're gonna go all over India and create these experiences and partner up with really good, talented producers and DJs. I'm gonna step out of my comfort zone and play back to backs with them. It's going to
Nice.
be interesting. It's like a fun environment that we're going to create. And look, by the end of the day, we just want to have fun. Like, I don't know how to
Totally.
put this, but we just want to have a good time. We want to make people have a good time while feeling safe and being able to express themselves well. I want, women to start feeling included. I think inclusivity has been something very personal and close to me, and I'd really like to bring that to the forefront. So while these are just baby steps towards it, we're honestly looking for people, like-minded people, to just come to us, and we're open to everything right now. It's like open format Avantika's music, open format AAA.